Manchester United have just signed Ralf Rangnick, one of the favourites that was going around the fan base to take over as interim manager, and one of the people that you would look up and think that, yeah, this is the type of guy that can take over the club and take them to the next level until a new manager comes in, whether that would be Ten Hag or Poch. Rangnick has been identified as the best option. And thankfully, Manchester United have, I don't know if they listen to the fans or whatever happened, if the club is also getting better. But the important thing is that they have signed Rangnick. Welcome back to the JVM Football channel, where you can find game analysis, football history, individual performances, top 10s, etc. If you are interested and would like more content like this, please subscribe to the channel. So first of all, who is Rangnick? There are many videos, of course, online. There are many articles, of course, online going around right now. So I don't want to bore you guys with this. So just another look of who Rangnick is. Rangnick, and what stands out to me really is how Rangnick is an inspiration to Klopp. Unless you have been living under a rock, you'll know that Klopp is right now and has been throughout the last few years one of the best managers in the world. And the way which he has been able to transform this Liverpool team has been nothing short of sensational. He's taken a Liverpool team that was finishing 8th. You even had that famous comment of Zlatan saying, or he didn't want to go to Liverpool because he didn't want to play on Thursdays. He had things like that going around. Liverpool were really in a very low state. They were making it into poor positions, and yeah, there was really no direction. Klopp came in. He took the team. He, after a few years, managed to get the players he wanted, and he won the Champions League and the Premier League. So this thing really stands out to me, how Ralf Rangnick is an inspiration to one of the best managers in the world. Some would call Rangnick a pioneer of German football, as one of the first to implement the back four, as well as some pressing tactics into his games, the styles of pressing which Rangnick is famous for. But again, I don't want to bore you too much with this, because I am sure that most of you guys are familiar at this point with who Rangnick is, what Rangnick is about, and what Rangnick will bring to the table for Manchester United. Well, so I'm going to dive into a few points which I have thought about and decided to share with you guys. So what stands out about him to me? First of all, listening to this man speak has made me want to go out there and perform my best on the pitch. I don't play for Manchester United, I mean that's obvious. And just listening to this man speak has made me want to go out there and play. So imagine what that's going to do to the players. Rangnick he's a leader, he's a motivator, someone who the players will listen to because it makes sense. I think as a manager, there are two categories which most managers right now fall into. You have the great managers and you have the ex-players. The ex-players people listen to because they are ex-players, of course, they have experience, they have been there before, they've won trophies, so of course you want to listen to them. You think of, for example, a player like Zidane. Zidane is arguably one of the best football players to ever play the game. So when he goes into a changing room, when he goes in there to talk to the players, they will listen, not only because Zidane will know more than them, but because it's just wise to do so. Why wouldn't you want to learn from a player which has already been there? And then you have guys like Rangnick, you listen to because it makes sense. This guy, the things he says, the tactics he says, it just makes sense. Again, and then I'm going to bring back that point of being a motivator. I think that it is an underrated point. The ability to get the best out of your players, the ability to get your players to go out there and perform their best. Any great manager right now is a motivator. You look at Guardiola, Klopp, Tuchel. I even say Mourinho, even though he hasn't been performing that well lately. Any great manager is a great motivator, and seeing those traits from Rangnick and videos which I have watched of the man speaking, which really impressed me, because United have one of the best squads in Europe. I picked them as one of my top 5 teams to win the Champions League. I picked them to finish in the top 4 of the Premier League without no-brainer. Just on paper alone, they can win the Premier League. I don't think they will because of the midfield, centre defensive midfielder mainly. But the potential in the United squad is tremendous. They have the best player in the world, Ronaldo. So the Champions League you look at the Champions League, United have not been performing as well. But because of Ronaldo, they have been able to come out and tie games, and that's because of because of Ronaldo. And these players, Bruno, Sancho, Rashford, Varane, the potential in the club is tremendous. So having someone that can motivate these players to go out there and perform their best is something which is truly amazing. Another point is Rangnick will get the best of Bruno, Doni and Sancho. There are other players of course, but these three especially, Rangnick will get the best of them. Have no doubt in your mind that Bruno, Doni and Sancho will elevate their game with Rangnick in charge. Bruno has been one of the best players, if not the best player in the Premier League ever since he joined, but Doni and Sancho are the two interesting ones. Because ever since joining United, Doni and Sancho have not been performing as well as we have expected them to, and that is not an understatement by any means. However, I think that Rangnick is going to be able to bring the best out of them. I don't think Ole played a style of football that really suited these guys, but now with Rangnick, Doni and Sancho will get back to that level and even possibly surpass that level. Rangnick is someone who has demonstrated to have excellent development of players. He's coached the likes of Konate, Upamecano and Smith Rowe, players which right now are some of the best young players in Europe, and not only, with Konate and Upamecano being wanted by pretty much every major club which doing throughout the summer transfer window. Rangnick is also experienced. He's won trophies before. Some of the trophies that Rangnick has won include the German Cup. He's won the Austrian League. He's won the Austrian Cup twice. He's won the German second tier. He's won the German League Cup. Rangnick, unlike Ole, this man has the experience to win trophies. And again, possibly, as I said before, the potential of this United squad is tremendous. So if Rangnick can rally the troops, United can really go and do something special in the Champions League, FA Cup. Just anything, just to get something out. United haven't won a trophy in such a long time. So for Rangnick to win a trophy right now would be something truly special. Okay, so how would Rangnick set up this United side? I'm going to be honest, I'm not too sure. I've seen videos online, I've read articles online, I've seen some of the past games which Rangnick has played, but I don't want to say anything prior because really and truly, we know Rangnick's style of football, so I'm just going to wait, see what he's going to do, and then I'm going to comment on it. A lot of videos I've watched, I'm not trying to diss anyone, seriously, they were amazing videos, but it's just really what United have already been doing, and pretty much just throwing salt over like what Rangnick has been able to perform before. And I'm not too sure I want to do that. I'm just going to wait, see what Rangnick is going to do with this squad, how far these players are going to perform with Rangnick, and then I'm going to comment on it. Finally, what does this mean for United? What does signing Ralf Rangnick mean for United? Well, the first thing I want to say is that United have been looking ambitious. Shout out to John Motto, because even in the transfer window when they signed Sancho, Varane and Ronaldo, yes, you can argue that it was because of the whole Super League thing, that this is just going to paper over the cracks. But this thing is much more important to me than signing Ronaldo. They got rid of Ole late. That's a mistake they made. But getting in Rangnick this fast is impressive. They are showing ambition, and if they continue to do things like this, United can win the league next season. This season's out the window, but this ambition that the club is showing, especially from John Motto, something which the club has been criticised on, the lack of ambition, the lack of edge, the lack of planning. And again, Rangnick is not a planned signing, but the quickness to make this deal happen is impressive. So if we are going to scrutinize and criticize someone, let's also give them their flowers when they deserve it. So United, well done for signing Rangnick. And what does this mean for United? Well, Rangnick will set this team up perfectly, I think. He's going to get the best out of everyone. Even forget his tactics alone, which are beautiful just to hear about and read about. just his motivating side alone, that he will rally these players. He'll get them performing at a high level. And there's also possibility, and then there's also the possibility of him staying as director of football, which is even more mind-blowing, having in consideration what Rangnick has been able to do with the whole Red Bull brand with Leipzig and Salzburg. If he could stay, that would be even better, and then United could get in either Poch or Ten Hag. So yeah, this is all I'm going to say about Rangnick. There's just some things in my head. I've been making too many United videos, but just because, you know, United are hot right now, and these are the topics which are going over. Again, I'll be making more in-depth videos on other teams as well, so don't worry about that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching the video until the end. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more game analysis, football history, individual performances, top 10s, etc. This is the beginning of something special, and it would mean the world to me if you subscribed and help me to grow this channel.